Hey there friends, it's Cynthia. So good to see you again. I'm so glad you're here today. Guess why? Today's the day we're going to get stretched. I have so many friends who tell me, I don't do yoga. I can't do yoga because I am the least flexible person. And that's like saying I don't want to take a shower because I'm so dirty. So, all right, I'm making fun of my friends, but we all need more stretching to get into the muscles, the ligaments, lubricating the joints. So I'm really excited in today's practice to take us in through these stretches that are going to touch every aspect of your life when you're off of the mat for increased flexibility and resilience in your athletics, standing in greater, even open posture, and also for experiencing a little more ease if you're trying to reach up, put your suitcase in the overhead bin, whatever it is. Before you run away thinking, I'm not flexible, stick with me. We're going to work on that right here and right now. Are you ready? Let's hit the mat. We're going to lie down on our backs, coming into Shavasana. Stretch everything out. So just come down very carefully as you get your head up there at the top of the mat. Extend your legs down to the bottom. Just settle your body in. Close your eyes. Just pretend you're finished now as you lay down. And begin to soften through the body, the face, the eyes, the jaw. And begin to focus on your breath. And imagine breathing your breath right into your heart. Slowly and evenly. And exhaling that breath. Relaxing through the cavity of your chest, your ribs, and continue breathing, feeling your body now just softening down. And then bring your hands up to your heart. Place them there, just one on top of the other. And set your intention. And when you have that intention, imagine now on the breath, breathing it into that big, beautiful heart of yours. Filling it up. And then exhaling, feeling it flow through your body now, blanketing you in this positive energy. Reaching the arms up and overhead, draw your feet together, point your toes, stretch it out long. Open your eyes again, and then curl your knees into your chest as you hold on right there beneath your kneecaps. And just take some circles, one direction and then the other. Get the sacrum feeling really flush with the mat. Catching the breath now as we take the hands away from the legs. Tuck the fingers behind the neck and just curl your upper body up, squeezing and pushing your sacrum and your mid back down. Now extending the right leg long. Keep everything curling up, rounded C curve here on the spine. And we're going to switch legs, taking the left leg long, right knee pulling in. Excellent. Both knees now hugging and hovering right over the hips. Now lifting your knees straight up to the sky. Tuck your sacrum down into the earth and then release it. Stretching the right leg long. And then the left. We'll do 3 of these. Knees together. Push the knees up. Press the low back down. Release it. Right leg long. Left leg long, knees come together, scoop it up, warming up the body quickly with these core exercises designed to really heat up the body. And now we've got one more scoop, here we go. Let your upper body rest. Great job, take the knees into your chest, keep the spine long. And now spread the knees wide, using your hands to guide them out to the corners of your mat. And feel the extension in the inner thighs, in the inner groins. I'll straighten your arms, keep the hands connected as your knees float down the sides of your mat. And then draw the knees together at your midline and back to your heart. Taking big half circles, spread the knees wide, float them down. Knees touch in the center, draw them up. And just do that 3 or 4 more times, really feeling it in the hip joints. When you get them back to your chest, reverse it now. Knees stay together, float them right down the midline. Arms are straight. And then open them wide down there by the hips. Draw them up towards the shoulders, back to the center. Taking the opposite motion as you get the hips flowing. Big opening of those hip joints. Place the feet down. Stretch the arms to a T, get the feet wide and take windshield wipers, tipping the knees over to the right, letting your left hip come up. Stretching and then taking it to the left, knees falling over, shoulders stay down. And then just move at your own pace, feeling that beautiful undulation of the low spine. Full deep body breath. Bring the knees back to center, plant the feet hip width distance, arms extended down by the body, coming into bridge pose, tucking the shoulders very gently underneath you, and then pressing the sacrum down, scoop the tailbone, lift the hips. Inner thighs drawing towards the midline. Use your arms to support you as you slightly tuck your chin. Pressing through the feet, you're going to release the glutes as you draw the quads inward and upward. Keep going. You've got 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Let's come up onto the tippy toes. And we're going to roll down 1 inch at a time on our spine. Keep the tailbone tucked high as you press through the upper, the middle, and the low. Back all the way down to the earth. Ah, that feels so good. Hug the knees in. Raise your upper body to meet them. And stretch through the entire back body. Now take your hands right there under your heels. See if you can extend your legs up wherever they go. Maybe your knees are bent. Maybe they're straight. Whatever feels right for you. We're just going to take a nice stretch through the entire back of the legs here. As you point your toes, keep your knee coming right there towards your nose. Curl and scoop that belly down to the earth. You got this. For 3, for 2, and for 1, we're going to just roll right up. Use your core and your legs for momentum as you sit tall, lifting your heart up and out. Stretch the arms up and overhead, and just take a forward fold with bent knees here. Paschimottanasana. You want to draw the belly in, draw the shoulders back, and then fold forward. We're going to scoop the knees around, come into extended puppy pose. Hips are right over those knees, palms sealed to the mat, straight arms. Now you're just going to find that place where your extension of your body meets the earth, forehead down. Now scooping the tailbone slightly so you're pulling in the belly. Open up the chest, maybe moving the hands a little wider here. And feel the extension of those pectorals. Taking 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Now just look up at your hands, walk them back, and come into child's pose. Keep the arms long and extended, lower down your forehead. Find the length in the spine once again as you reach up with your fingertips like you're trying to touch the top of your mat, and then draw the shoulders down. keeping them pulled back together. Let your elbows touch down, and then bring your palms together and stretch your hands back over your head if they reach there, getting a good stretch, fingertips touching through the back of your triceps. Now if you want to, just walk those elbows a little further away from your body. Gently press down with them and feel that good tricep stretch. And finding our way back. Now just like a little slithering snake through the grass, slide your hands forward, press the forearms down, and let's come into Dolphin Pose. In Dolphin Pose, you want to just straighten the legs, tip the seat to the sky. Let the head come down. If it touches the earth, fine. If not, you're fine just the way you are. Lift and engage the muscles of those quads, lifting them all the way up to your hip bones as you press into the ball mounds of your feet. Pedaling it out just like a downward dog on forearms here. Press the kneecaps back. Send the tailbone up to the sky. And draw the low belly in. Let's release it. So walk the feet back. Keeping yourself now in a forearm plank, draw the pelvis level with the shoulders. Scoop the tailbone down to the heels as you press your heels back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, hips down. On your next breath, lower your body down. We're going to come to upward facing dog. Peeling your heart off the mat with straight arms, up we go. As you let the pelvis descend, keep yourself lifted, gaze forward, knees come down, seat goes back to downward facing dog. Let's pedal out the feet, taking the hips side to side, moving the body in any way that feels good to you. Walking the feet together now, lifting the right leg, opening the hip, drawing that pointed toe high to the sky. And let's come forward now, crossing the right knee, core plank, onto the left elbow. Curl it in. Inhale, extending long, coming up. And then exhale, right elbow to right knee this time, swooping it up. Inhale, lift the legs, straight, engaged muscles. And now let's come forward to the midline of the body, knee under the heart. And place your foot down between your knees as you plant your back foot for pyramid pose. Find the length in the spine, keep the bend in the front knee, and then put your hands on your hips as you rise up. Keeping everything straight now. Both legs are extended for your pyramid pose. Now, get your feet set at exactly the right width for you. Heels are aligned. Hips, hips, rib cage, shoulders, everything pointed towards that top short edge of your mat. Scoop your pelvis in. Hands stay on the hip. Want to draw the hips level and then begin to fold forward, reaching for our blocks as we come down. In pyramid pose, you extend the tailbone back to the back of your mat and then reach the crown of your head straight forward with your chin slightly tucked. Use yourself here as the human tabletop as you feel the lengthening of the back of your right thigh. Coming down as low as you can, keeping yourself elongated through the spine. Continue to breathe and then relaxing your neck. Relaxing your head, whatever feels good and right. Come to a flat back, hands back on your blocks, and then kick your left leg up behind you, coming into splits. Head goes down, toe goes up. Press into the standing leg, maybe holding on with that same hand as you draw your head towards your leg and your toe towards the sky. You can challenge yourself here by trying to balance maybe on that standing leg by holding on with both hands. Great job. We're going to release it now. Take a big step back to the back of your mat, coming into triangle pose. Bend the front knee, windmill it around, take a reverse triangle. And then let's windmill the hand down as you stretch the other hand out into an open-hearted triangle pose. Now you can grab that block and put your hand right on it as you lengthen out through both sides of your waist. Breathe, opening the heart, maybe glancing up at the sky, pressing into that back leg for stability. Gorgeous. We're going to bend that front knee, come back down onto the mat, and step back into downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa if you're really looking for a little bit of heat. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Stretch the seat high. Stretch the seat high. Press the heels down as you pull your shoulders down away from the ears. Taking 3 more breaths. Beautiful. Let's take it to the other side. Draw the feet together. Lifting the left leg high now. 3-legged dog. Open your hip, point the toe. And then stretch forward, bringing that all the way, crossing it over to the right elbow. Inhale, extend. Press evenly through your standing leg. And then reach forward, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, switch back. And exhale, switch forward. Foot goes down, pyramid pose, back heel, 45 degrees. Front toes straight away, find the length, bend the knee, rising up. Arms go up, take a stretch. And then straighten your knee, put your hands on your hips, square them, fold forward. Flat back brings us down. Left hip crease pulling back, using the blocks if you need them. Taking your hands right down there and your head down too. In pyramid, keep both sides of the waist long. Keep your tailbone straight, right back there to the middle of your mat. One more breath. Coming into standing splits, bend the front knee, grab the blocks, shift forward, right leg lifting, toes pointed, hip is open, let the head drop. Taking your balance if you want. Engage the bandhas. Stretching that left leg and lifting through the toe. Man, you're getting open in the hips. And now big step back for triangle. Toe touches down, foot parallel with the end of your mat. Bend your knee, push into the front leg. Spin it around, straighten the leg. Reach up with that left arm and reverse it. Come forward now, press the hips back. Place the hand extended out and open. Both sides of the waist are long. Right arm lifting to the sky. Grabbing the block if you want to, placing it behind your foot for 3 breaths here. Don't strain. If you find yourself folding forward, keep spiraling that shoulder back. Last breath. Bend the knee. Come back into downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa. Let's take it together. Inhale, draw the belly in to lower. Take a big breath as you pull the shoulders back, upward dog. And then exhale back to down dog. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Really concentrate now on spreading the feet a little wider and pressing the heels down as you lift the tummy back and the tailbone back. Great job. Let's just bend the knees, come down onto the mat as we fold back into Ustrasana, stretching the chest. Up on the knees you go. Hands go at the sacrum. Pull the shoulders back. And then keeping those hips right over the knees, begin to feel your quads engage. As you stretch the heart up, look forward, draw the shoulders back, and then keeping your hips right there, begin to open up through the chest. You can just stay right here. If it feels good to you, come all the way back onto those heels. Keep that heart open and expanded. And let your neck go where it is comfortable, keeping it in alignment with your spine. We're just going to rise up and out of that pose and seal your hips back to your heels as you stretch forward into beautiful Balasana pose. Beautiful. Let's lift the hips up, rising, and take a seat so that you're coming into the long edge of your mat. Take the straps, extend your left leg out, loop the strap around there, and then sit tall as you tuck your right foot into your thigh. Now open up, get that hip out there, right? You're pressing the extended leg down. You're reaching now with that right arm up to the sky, shoulder pulling down, crown of head, fingertips lifting back. Now bend your left elbow as you extend through the side body. And if it feels okay, extending and opening up this inner thigh by keeping that knee down. Stretching long, stretching tall. If you don't need the strap, you might want to hold on to your foot or keep your strap right there for security. Breathing for one more breath. Beautiful. Reaching back up, we're going to place that right hand down. Take this left leg, cross it over, and now extend your other leg, your right leg, all the way out in front of you for Mariachi twist. Lift your heart, press it right into that knee, and then we're going to open up with the right elbow around the left knee and spin all the way open, taking your hand behind you and placing it on the earth. Now the goal here isn't to twist so much as it is to lift up and out of your sit bones, really getting into that left hip. They're both sit bones pressing down. Coil it all in. Extended leg is engaged. What a nice twist. We're coming back to center, taking the left leg now, pressing it right there on the inside of that thigh. Holding on with your strap or your hands, looping it around the right foot. We're going to come into a forward fold over the front leg. So just fold forward like we did before with a flat back, drawing the belly in, drawing the shoulders down. Feel the stretch in that beautiful extended leg. And by really toning up the quad, you're going to feel a lengthening of the hamstrings. Foot is flexed, body is squared. You can just fold down. We've got 2 more breaths. Let's rise up now As you take your strap with you, we're going to just keep extending that leg out to the side, just like before. This left foot stays tucked into the thigh, opening up through your heart. Now square your body. Now reaching the left arm straight up to the sky. Find the length, extend, seal the sit bones down, and now let's fold over to the side. Taking your strap, using it as your torque, and stretching so far, up and out, until you find yourself in that space where you feel like both sides of your waist are extended, and then just close your eyes and breathe. One more. Let's come up. Now taking the left hand just there on the mat, grab your leg, draw it up and over. As you extend now the left leg long right in front of you, crossing in for your sage twist. Left elbow hugs the knee, find the length in the spine, and then scoop open as you spiral back. Breathing, extending. Let's uncoil. Bring your strap around the extended leg as you let the knee fall down on the right leg. Open up through your heart. Press the foot into that strap. Engage your bandhas as you fold forward. Draw the right hip crease back. Feel the extension in the back of the leg. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Let's rise up now as you gently walk your hands back your leg. Remove your strap. Press the palms to the mat. Extend and lift the seat. Downward facing dog. One more breath. Knee under the body, place it down by your elbow, and then untuck your toe, sink that foot back. I got a squeaky mat. As you come forward into pigeon, first of all, find the even distribution of your weight in the front leg and the back. So try releasing your hands, squaring your hips. Now the kneecap is straight down into the earth back there, top of foot, same way. When you're ready, just fold forward into a forearm upper body plank. Now let your body rest here. Get the length through the spine before you continue back. And see if you can just shoot your tailbone all the way back to your heel as you press your crown forward. And then fold, if that feels good to you, right onto a block or your arms. Resting and breathing for 6 breaths. Let's rise up. Take the hands underneath the shoulders carefully and gently. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Heels go back, hips go back, heart goes back as your seat is lifted. Heart coming towards your hands. Draw your knee under your body, then place it down, back knee down, untuck the back toe. Stretch back on your squeaky mat into your pigeon. See if you can lift your hands, keeping the hips level, opening and lifting the heart, then come forward into a fold. Even distribution of the hips here into the body. And then let's fold down if that feels right. Resting and breathing for 6 breaths. Excellent. Begin to walk yourself back up, hands pressing down, gently lifting your torso. Tuck the back toe, come back to downward facing dog. Big, deep, full body breath and an open mouth exhale. Release it all out. Beautiful job. Let's shift forward into plank position and exhale, knees, chest to chin, all the way to the mat. Now just rolling over onto our backs and coming into a twist. Draw the knees up to your heart. Take your back body, reach it up. Exhale, now let's take the feet again, extend the legs up. I bet this time it's going to feel different as you pull the belly down into the mat and draw the upper body up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Upper body rests. Hands float out to a T. And let's bend our legs to 3/4 length and then fold everything over to your right. Let it go. Stretching that side body as you glance out behind you over the left shoulder now. An added variation here is to take your right hand on the top leg, extend that top leg, and then using your hand wherever it lands there, just reaching and pulling that leg away from your body. Feels really great on the back of the hip. Giving you a good stretch there in your quadratus lumborum. Draw everything back to center, knees hug into the body. Take your tiny little pebble and then feet stamp the mat. Extend your left leg long. And now let's just hold that leg right there as you drift it over, so it's just crossing over just a few inches above your hip there and crossing over the right leg, stretching through the IT band. You don't have to go very far for this one. You're going to feel this. If you want to hold on with your other hand to support that leg, go right ahead, but keep your hips down on the mat. The leg stays long for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold everything into that tiny pebble. And let's take the hands on the legs, extend the feet up, straightening. Gorgeous. Stretch everything up and in. And now lower your upper body down, 3/4 bend in the knees, arms to a T. We're going to go over to the left, folding and letting the legs fall wherever they want to. Try to keep your shoulders where they are. And glancing now over the right, taking your hand, extending that top leg long, and then just encouraging it to stretch out a little further. If you feel that in your low back, don't do it. Just keep your knee bent. And one more breath. Bend that top knee, bring them back to center. Hug everything into your tiny little pebble, stretching through the back body. And then lowering down the left foot, extending the right leg long, just like before, the IT band. Extend everything, flex that foot, and then just float your hip over, keeping it in alignment, the leg and the hip in alignment. You're going to feel it right here down the outer part of your front thigh, stretching through that IT band. Just breathe into it. It's a very subtle stretch, so if you're not feeling a ton, that's just fine. You're working through it, keeping the muscles in the tendons of the IT band lubricated and long. One more deep breath. Awesome. You can bend your knee, stretch your legs long, get yourself on your mat for your Shavasana. Congrats, you did it. You managed to stay for a full stretch class. As you extend your legs, wiggle your hips down, get them totally evenly distributed, and then let your upper body get flush with the mat. Opening the palms, opening the feet, total serenity. Washing over your body. Slight tuck in the chin, softening down through the face. And taking a nice slow deep breath into your heart. And releasing that breath and feeling the energy of that breath blanket your body now for your peaceful Shavasana. We'll be here for just a few moments. Bringing your attention now back into this moment. Deepening the breath, feeling the body coming alive. Wiggling, turning the head. finding movement where it wants to flow. And when you are ready, drawing your feet together, your arms up and over your head, stretching, feeling the length that you've created in that spine, hugging your knees now into your heart. And let's roll over onto our sides, resting for a moment in gratitude for this time spent, taking the time to lengthen, open, and create the space in our bodies, minds, in our spirit, and rising up lightly and effortlessly with this new buoyancy and resilience, sitting tall, finding your place in Sukhasana. Hands at Anjali Mudra now. It is the divine light in me that sees and honors that same light that I see in you. Be well, be joyful. Namaste. Peace be with you. See you next time.